everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining, and if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Also, please don't forget to check me out on Instagram because I am super active over there, so I will leave a link for it on screen now. But yeah, for today's video, I'm going to be doing a full glow up. Now that the restrictions are starting to ease, I am super excited to be wearing my makeup and my clothes somewhere other than my kitchen. So I thought it'd be a super cool idea to do a full glow up using the products that I am loving at the moment. There are a few that I've used on the channel before and a few new ones, so if you want to see how I created this full look, then please keep watching. Okay, so to start off, I obviously need to tie my hair back. I thought I would kind of include sort of like my skincare part in this video as well, because again, I've been using a couple of new products that honestly have changed the game, and I really wanted to let you all know about them. So before I do anything to my skin, I always tone it. I'm currently using the La Roche-Posay Ethica micro exfoliant, and this is what I use as my toner. So I have never used anything from this brand prior to now, and I can honestly say this is the best toner I've ever used. I'm also currently using the La Roche-Posay like makeup remover, and it's like a cream, but honestly the glow that it gives your skin is insane. So I will leave the links for both of those products down below in the description, as well as everything else that I use on my face today. So you only need like the tiniest amount of this. Like I've had this now for a month, and you can see how little it looks like I've used, and I use this twice a day every day. So I just wipe this across my face. Yeah, I just find that this really like wakes up my skin in the morning because it's so refreshing. Okay, perfect. So that's literally all I do with that, and as I say, I do it in the evening as well after I've showered and removed all my makeup. For my moisturizer, obviously it's the L'Oreal Hydrogenous. I've been using this now for over a year and a half, and I still love it. It keeps my skin super smooth and not dry, which I think is the main thing with my skin. I am having a few breakouts here at the moment. I'm not sure why. I think I might be due on my period, but whenever I get spots, it tends to be more hormonal. I'm then going to use this eye cream. Now this is the Cerave eye repair cream. Again, I got this off of TikTok, and honestly I love it. I used to have seriously dark circles under my eyes, and although the circles under my eyes are still dark, I don't feel like they're half as bad as what they used to be. And this is again something that I use every morning, every evening, and this is all you need, and then you just rub it under your under eye. Okay, so my face is kind of moisturized, prepped, ready to go now for primers and all that good stuff. So I think I'm going to start then by carving out my brows and putting like concealer and stuff on my eyelid. So the concealer that I'm going to be using for this is of course my NYX Born to Glow. This is not a new product. I've shown this on my channel millions of times before, and I love it. It's the best concealer I've ever used, and I don't intend in changing that anytime soon. And then I'm just using this flat brush from Revolution just to carve out under my eyebrow. I find that this is the best brush I have because it's flat, so it really helps to get the shape. Okay, so I have just primed my eyelids and carved out my brow. It looks a bit strange at the moment, but that is literally all I do. To set it down then, I literally just use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I always find that such a mouthful to say. I don't know if it's just me that struggles. And I just take it on this flat, fluffy brush. Perfect. Okay, so in terms of eyeshadows and stuff, I don't really go too heavy with my eyeshadow anymore. I used to love doing a big kind of like brown smoky eye, but that just isn't my vibe anymore. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using is my Charlotte Tilbury one. The colours in this are just so easy to use, and they're just really like simple colours to just pop on your eye. So I think I'm literally just going to take this middle one here, kind of nudie pink colour. These are really pigmented, so you do not need a lot of these. Also, if I'm looking down here, it's just because that's where my mirror is. And as always, I just put this on my eye and do it in circular motions. Okay, so in terms of eyes, that is pretty much it for the colour. I will zoom you in slightly so that you can see the colour that I've got on my eyelids. In In terms of eye makeup, I don't really do anything too crazy just because it's just not what I wear anymore, and this is like my favourite products and stuff, so these are the tens of looks that I tend to go for. Now, for mascara, probably the most exciting part. I actually bought the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. Now, I've obviously seen this on TikTok, but I also put a poll up on my Instagram for people to recommend the best mascaras they know, and I can't even tell you how many times this one came up, so I obviously had to purchase. I haven't used it yet, so this is literally my first impressions, first ever try of this mascara, so I'm very, very excited because obviously I've heard and seen amazing things. So this is the packaging for the mascara, and then the wand is like this, so it's very long, and it's very bendy as well. I've never had a wand where it feels like it's gonna snap, so I'm gonna use this. I think this is just the jet black one. I don't know whether you can get a brown one. I'm sure that you can, so I'm gonna give this a go now and see what it turns out like. Can you see that? I've only done it 4 times. Okay, wow. That's a good mascara. I really like this wand. I think the fact that it's bendy. Let me zoom you in slightly so you can kind of see the difference. I love that mascara. Do you know what it is I like about that is that it's not one of those like really clumpy mascaras. I hate that when you kind of put it on and it kind of congeals all your eyelashes together and it just doesn't look nice. I don't like the look of really clumpy lashes, whereas this is purely like this is like a thickening and lengthening mascara, and I don't think I've ever had one of those before. I haven't had one that's ever done both. Well, I think it's safe to say that I love this mascara. As you know, I've been looking for a new one for ages, and this one is insane. Like the length, I didn't even have to dip the brush back in. Like this is literally just from one dip basically. I haven't had to re-dip the brush or anything, so I feel like this is going to be a mascara that lasts you quite a long time, but you get quite a lot out of the product. I hope that you can see the sort of effect that it has given on my lashes, but I absolutely love that. It's like the perfect amount of like thickness, but also the length that it's given me as well is absolutely insane. So I am extremely happy with that. To finish off my eye makeup, I always just go in with a black pencil liner. This one is literally just from Primark, so I just go in with this in my waterline, like so. I will zoom you in one more time just so you can see the length of my lashes. Well, I'm obsessed, so TikTok was not lying. That mascara, if you need a new mascara, girls and guys, I can highly recommend it. It wasn't even expensive either. I think it was like $9.99. It does sell out quickly wherever though, so if you do want your hands on it, make sure you go and get it ASAP. Obviously, it's going to be linked down below in the description, but yeah, if you like it, go and get it because it's probably one of the best mascaras I've ever used. Okay then, so moving on to face. I love doing my face makeup. It's by far my favourite. So as always, the primer that I'm going to be using is the NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer. I absolutely love this stuff. It's so moisturising and I just can't get enough of it really. I've had this now for a good 6 months and it looks like I haven't even like touch the pot really, because you only need like the smallest amount. Okay, so for foundation, I don't actually know whether I've used this foundation on my channel yet. It is the NYX Born to Glow. Now obviously you know how much I love the concealer, so I obviously had to purchase the foundation and I obviously love it. It's probably the best foundation I've ever used. Like, not even to be dramatic, but I absolutely love it. It's so dewy and it's not a foundation that clings to my dry patches, which is always an issue that I've had with a lot of different foundations. So yeah, again, this one is super good if you suffer with dry skin. Excuse my crusty like beauty blender. I feel like no matter how many times I wash it now, it's just not, it's not looking great, I'm not gonna lie. I also find as well that this foundation blends into your skin so well, like it's insane. Okay, so my foundation is on. You can really see like the glow underneath my skin, and that's just something I really, really like. And then I'm just gonna go in with my concealer. I get my concealer in the shade, think it's like vanilla or something. No, that's a complete lie. Light Ivory, I get that in. And then my Born to Glow foundation is in the shade Nude. It is quite dark. I couldn't wear it like if my fake tan had completely come off. But for when I have tan on, it's basically the perfect shade. And then I'm just going to blend in my concealer. Okay, perfect. So yeah, my concealer is completely blended. Again, I feel like the two products together work really well. They, you know, the concealer blends into the foundation really nicely, but the foundation also blends into the skin really nicely too. This primer, I think I've mentioned before, like I never really used to use primers. I just used to use a moisturizer and then put my makeup over the top. But I find that this primer really works with most of my foundations. Next then for bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Chanel bronzer. I have done a whole separate video of my first initial reaction of testing this bronzer. And yeah, it was a pretty good reaction, let's just say that. But honestly, I haven't stopped using this bronzer. It's so good. Like, if I was to make my own bronzer, this is exactly what I would want it to come out like. So again, I just take my angled brush and sort of pat it into like underneath my cheekbones and then on my forehead. And then I'll just take my beauty blender to kind of blend it all together so it looks a bit more seamless. Okay, fab. So as you can see, it's literally just warmed up my face a little bit, and I just love the colour of it. Like, it's the perfect bronzer colour. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. Because now, in terms of highlighter, I haven't really been using it that often. I've just kind of gone off it a little bit, to be honest. I feel like the products that I use on my face give me enough of a glow that I don't necessarily need it. But given that this is a bit of a glow up, I was like, I can't not add any. So I am just going to go in with my Illamasqua Beyond Powder Illuminator. I don't know if this has a shade, but it's like this incredible like champagne gold colour. This was like my first big makeup investment. I think this highlighter is about £30. But honestly, like the colour and the shine that it gives your skin, I haven't really found a highlighter as good as it, if I'm honest. Like, can you see what I mean? It's just like the perfect highlighter. And then I've just put it down my nose and on my Cupid's bow as well. But yeah, if you are looking to make a bit of an investment in terms of highlighters, I highly recommend this one because it's insane. It's really, really good. The blush then that I've been using lately is this. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Blusher in the shade Daydream. Now this is really cute. It's a pain to get open though, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're in. But it's just the perfect like rosy cheek blush, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to go in with this. Now again, this isn't something that I've used on my channel and I've only been using it for a couple of days. So I literally just put it like on the apples and then take it off. Now with blush, obviously on camera it looks crazy. However, because blush is usually the first product to come off of your face, it doesn't really matter if you load up on it because it's not going to stay as rosy as this all day. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go off camera and do my brows because doing my brows on camera gives me anxiety. So we won't be doing that. So I will go off, do my brows, and then we will come back and finish the look with lips and hair. Okay, so brows are done. Now in terms of lip combo, I think I'm just going to do my, well, is this my go-to? My lip combo switches a lot. I go between a lot of different products all the time. Today I'm going to go in with my NYX lip liner in the shade London, and then I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Bitch Perfect. These two together just make a really nice like pinky glossy look. Okay, perfect. So you can see what I mean. It's quite like, it is a really hydrating lipstick, and I think that's why I like it because I've used a lot in the past that have been very drying, like MAC lipsticks. I don't use those anymore because I literally feel like my lips are chalk when I have them on. So this is the finished makeup look. I'm just going to grab my straighteners. I think I'm just going to straighten my hair today because that's what I'm really liking. My hair is super long at the moment, and when I have it straight, I feel like it looks extra long. So I've been really enjoying straightening my hair. So I'm going to get my straighteners, straighten my hair, and then we can come back to show the full finished look. Okay, so my hair is done. So as I said, I literally just straightened it For me, my hair is super long at the moment and I kind of love it. I go between wanting to cut it to here to growing it, so yeah, let me know what you think of my hair down below, whether you think it looks nice this length or whether you think I should go a bit shorter. I then just kind of, as I straighten my curl bangs, just curl them in a bit just to give it a bit more shape around my face. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look and I absolutely love it. It looks really fresh, really like pinky glowy, and basically just a bit of me. My standard sort of go-to makeup look is this, and I just really like it. These are my favourite products at the moment. So yeah, as I said, everything is going to be linked down below in the description if you want to pick any of these things up for yourself. Let me know below in the comments if you want me to do the video of me doing a graphic liner, because as I said, I'm really enjoying sort of playing around with makeup at the moment and doing that. So yeah, do let me know down below. I really hope that you may have found some new products that you want to test. In terms of the mascara, like, the hype is for a reason. It's super good, super lengthening. It makes your eyelashes look a bit thicker but not really over the top. So if that's the kind of look you want for your eyelashes instead of wearing falsies, then I highly recommend this. But yeah, that is it for me. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon for a brand new video. Bye!